one of the most overbooked tag team matches you could ever ask for in your entire life. The Hart Foundation, the Islanders, Demolition, the Bolsheviks, and the Dream Team, this is the Dino Bravo version, versus, with no less than 4 managers on the outside, I should add, against Strikeforce, the Young Stallions, the Fabulous Rougeaus, the Killer Bees, and the British Bulldogs. So with all those stellar teams I've just mentioned, who is the greatest tag team in the 1980s WWF glory period?
Well, they're all good. You know, they work together so well. The Bulldogs and Brett and Neidhart, Hart Foundation, and then the greatest. I know they're all great. You know, they're all super workers. You know, they're all. I don't know if you could. The Bulldogs, you know, Tommy and Davey Boy, but then the Demolition got over as well. You know, they. So Bill Eadie was a tremendous talent as a single, a masked man, and Barry Darsow I didn't know before he came in, but they're good hands, and they worked hard. Yeah, to call a best team out of that, I don't know. The Killer Bees are good. The Killer Bees work. They all work together. The Rougeaus work together, whether people liked them or not. The Rougeaus were fine workers, in the ring. I guess Jacques rubbed a lot of guys the wrong way out of the ring, but the Rougeaus were fine. Who else? Well, some of the other guys.
Well, you're not going to say the Bolsheviks were the best tag team.
No. No.
But
they were over. Hey, with that Russian thing, boy, you could draw money with a little something going. It's a plane dropped out of the sky or somebody was held hostage or something. They just recycle them and they draw bread again. Nikolai was such an imposing looking guy, as was Terry Nelson. So they were.
It was Jim Nelson, yeah.
Jim Nelson, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what then. I'll bring up a couple of teams who I'd like to know about. We've not brought up Demolition yet, and you mentioned Bill Eadie just in passing then. Bill Eadie, first time you met him, I know he was in Georgia. He was a big star in Georgia. He was a big star in Japan. And even in the WWF in the earlier 80s. And he was part of the Machines as well, I think, with Andre and Blackjack Mulligan and stuff. So memories of Bill Eadie and first time meeting him.
Great worker. Another one that could have been in that foundational group with me and Valentine and Paul and whoever else I mentioned. Slaughter. He was that good a heel. He was, one of the top heels as good a heel in the country, as good a worker as anybody in the country, anywhere. As good as anyone. So, he was a good interviewer. Not wild and crazy, but, very thorough and very to the point, very explicit. Yeah, good, and could back everything he said up on the ring. Tremendous performer.